Doug, I sit on a lot of boards, and I sit on a lot of subcommittees. And if you asked me about the transparency or our abilities and questioned this or questioned that about farmers market, or you questioned me or questioned some aspect of City Housing Hamilton and said, do you think you're doing an A-plus job as a board? I would say no. I would never say yes to that question. We could always do better. And certainly the board members of the Waterfront Trust feel the same way. Our website is bad. It's getting better by the day. And in the next few days, I think it's going to be very helpful for some people, particularly there's 2 or 3 right now on social media that are dying to get at our minutes. They'll be on, and you'll be able to peruse a way back to 2015. And I guess the reason why I was put off and discombobulated, fair enough, I totally would agree with that in places, but I articulated enough to the point that put me in that mindset, and that was these gotcha moments. I have never in my time as a councillor, and as a councillor watcher, in the position that you have now here at 14 or on my radio shows, particularly the talk shows.
So
I don't remember these gotcha moments
not
ever.
From the media.
No, from fellow councillors.
From fellow councillors.
So there's an
because you generally don't gotcha each other.
I just don't. You help me.
You will talk to each other about, look, I have some concerns, but you don't gotcha in public necessarily.
It's not that you can't. There's no rule. It's not a conversation we have regularly about unwritten etiquette, but it just never happens. And lately, for one councillor, it's become commonplace, and fair enough. If that's the approach, that's fine. But when you have a board, like Councillor Jackson, Councillor Farr sit on a board.
A gotcha councillor?
I articulated that, I thought, quite well on Friday at Council, that this was clearly a gotcha moment. When you have a board, any board, if I have a question about library finances, and I'm getting, quote unquote, many, many calls, like that councillor said on Friday in her gotcha motion, the first thing I'm going to do is go to Maria Pearson, who's a longtime library board member, and say, I have a constituent, or I've been getting many, many calls from a constituent, and here's the concerns. That's the first thing you do. That wasn't the case here. It hasn't been the case in the past, and it's troubling. But I'll tell you this, Doug, after all of what has transpired, particularly on Friday at Council, I'm ready for it the next time, and I can tell you everyone else on Council, including the mayor, will be ready for it too.
City Matters at noon, 4, 6, and 10 p.m. on Cable 14, and anytime on cable14now.com.